How we doing? How we doing? It's Saturday, March 20th, 3 p.m. when we're recording this. It is 12 hours for daylight, 12 hours for moonlight. Therefore, it's the equinox today, which I didn't even realize till about 2 hours ago. Coming straight from Neil deGrasse Tyson. So it's the first day of spring. I had no idea till just a little bit ago. First day of spring. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus Christ. All 9 pounds, 3 ounces. We got a great episode for you today. Today's episode, we dig deep into Brad's life and his problem with Asian massage parlors. I come up with probably the best idea of the year, which is how do we get the homeless vaccinated? And I got the perfect idea.
Oh no.
We're gonna lace in some meth with some vaccinations. Bam! Done. We're good. We've been on the phone with Hasbro over the last few weeks, and we got a new. We're coming up with a new version of the game Life called Woke Life. It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a fantastic game. We had a lot of arguments over student debt on that, but we'll get into that later. And then towards the end of the episode, we're gonna get into. We're taking bets on the over-under for when Monopoly gets canceled. Because it's a matter of time before that racist, capitalistic board game is going to get shut down for good. We can't have this. We can't have this around here teaching your kids real estate. Oh, gross. It's gross. The new game of Monopoly is just going to be everyone gets handed properties, and then that's the end of the game.
That's what I was going to say.
Done. Oh, how are we doing today?
Tired.
Tired. Episode 48 coming at you.
That was a good intro.
You like that?
Yeah.
I was having some fun with the board game part. I was laughing to myself coming up with that whole bit.
I actually do have a statement to make about the Asian American community later in the show. We'll just...
Okay.
Later in the show, I'll make my official statement to the press.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and get on at her.
Okay.
Get on at her because I had to quit my job yesterday.
Why?
Gotta tell everyone I quit my job. Well, we were talking about it last week, and we said if I knock my IQ test out of the park, I can't be doing this with you fucking peons anymore. Brad, you got to move over. Move on over, okay?
I hope you didn't
this
fucking
ego.
score higher than me.
Oh. I took 2 tests to make sure that it wasn't bullshit.
Did you use pencil and paper?
127. Boom, not at all. And I did it hungover. Shit you not. I was still laying in bed when I did it. And I sat there and took 1 test and then was like, okay, and then took another test. Scored 125 on the first test and 127 on the second test. Knocked it out of the park. I'm not even shitting.
Was this a legitimate IQ test, or was this in the back of some like Hustler magazine?
Dude, as legit as you can get. Then I looked after the 2 tests. I looked into it like, okay, what is a legit IQ test? And supposedly to get a legit IQ test, like legit, you actually have to go sit down and take an IQ test.
I'm sure,
like the what is that called? It's an acronym, NAMBLA. I want to say NAMBLA. That's not it. But it's what is it called? All the people
Mensa?
that join the 130 and over.
Mensa.
Mensa. That's what I'm looking for. From what I gathered, you have to like go to Germany and take the IQ test to actually get put into that group of people.
Good.
And when I got on their website, they're not doing it. They haven't done it for the last year because of COVID. So you can't even go legitimately get tested, and you got to go fly to Germany to get tested. But I'm 3 points under. 3 points under. I'll fucking prove it to you. I was pretty happy. And then
I still
like
believe
you should talk to my girlfriend because I've been walking around just like you fucking peons. You peons.
Oh my god.
I will say
I'm going to take it again.
I'm pretty happy with the way they do those tests. So here, I'll bring it. I'm pretty happy with the way they do those tests because
God damn it.
It is right. The way they do those tests, it is right in my, like, it's exactly what I'm good at. Like, if it was a test about history or geography or anything, I'm going to fail horribly. But, like, the majority of the test is, like, shit, like,
well, it's not supposed to be like,
matching.
it's not supposed to be like remembering facts, like dates. It's supposed to be like...
Yeah, and that's what I'm bad at. But as far as, like geometrical shape, like recognitions and shit like that, and like, oh, dude, knocked. There was only one question where I literally was. I pride myself on being good at like seeing patterns and shit like that, and I can figure math problems out real easy. Dude, there was one I was like, this. There is no pattern here. Like this is bananas.
Oh yeah.
What they're at, and so I know that was the one I fucking failed on. But here, so this one, so I did one and I didn't think it was legit. So I did another one, which you may call me an idiot, but I knew, I figured, fuck it, it's a good investment for the show. But I paid $20 for the second one to do one.
Uh-huh.
And so whatever, they may be both bullshit, but I scored 127 on that one.
That is bullshit.
The actual legitimate one, 127, which said that I'm superior intelligence.
Oh my
so bam,
God.
dog, bam. You thought this ego could be checked before? I went and knocked on all my neighbors' doors like, hey, you know, I'm 127. You're living next to a genius. Move away, peasants.
Oh my God. Well, so it's questions, because I can't remember. It's questions like spot the pattern, 3, 7, 4. It's shit like
most
that.
of it was like, the second test was almost all of them was like, it would give you square 1, square 2, square 3, square 4, square 5, square 6, square 7, square 8. What is going to go in square 9?
Yeah.
And you have to, and then it'd be like either numbers. It'd be like, so it would be like 4, it'd be like 4, 6, 4, 8, 4, or, you know, blah, 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 blah. And you'd have to find what the pattern is there. And then it would be like shapes. It'd be like 2 up signals and then 2 diagonal signals and then 1 up signal. And then and you just find a weird pattern in it. And then that was the second one was almost all like that. And the first one actually had like more, like word, like what word best describes the synonym of this word, or what word best describes the, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then so it'd be like tough. And then it'd be like, okay, what's the best synonym of tough? And blah, blah, blah. And then it'd list out all these words. But either way, you said it was a 3-point sway. So I'm sitting between 125 and 130, knocking her out of the park,
Well,
buddy.
I remember when I was done thinking if I had pencil and paper, I could have scored higher.
Yeah. I thought I had the same thought process, but I was
Bullshit.
being timed on both of them. They were timed.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
In 2 processes, I didn't want to cheat.
No.
I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to have it. So I was like, I think this is just supposed to be,
Oh.
you're just supposed to sit here and figure this out. I definitely, with the math ones, I definitely did a lot of finger things to keep track of numbers.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, if this is 4 and that's 7, and then I'd like keep the 7 here, and then I'd keep going on and be like, okay, that's 5 away from that number. Okay, well, okay, that's 6 away from that number. Oh, I see. Every second number it increases by double, or or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I will say, if that is how an IQ test is, it's biased towards what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Because I'm not smart in so many different fields, and what they're asking me, it's like, oh, I was so happy when I started taking it. Like, oh, this is fucking easy. This is I'm a math person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm not good at that shit.
Yeah. I was a happy panda.
Fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna take it again. I can't fucking settle for 103 now. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna get to 127. I'm smart enough to know that about you.
I'm smart enough to think I can break 127.
You think so?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I can fucking do anything I set my mind to.
Kind of reminded me of like doing a hard Sudoku. That's kind of what it reminded me.
I hate Sudoku or whatever it's called. It's tough.
Yeah, that's what yeah. So, Erick's a genius. On to the next topic.
Is there an easy, do you remember like a website? I mean, is there like a quick and easy website name that you can give, or is it if it's too complicated and long?
This one was the one I paid for, which I liked. I liked the way the test was testiq.org.
Okay.
Test-iq.org.
Fuck me.
And I can't even remember what the other one was I took.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I had to pay for that one. What the bullshit about that one? I fucking hate sites like that. It doesn't say that you have to pay for it till you're done taking the test.
Because you get the results.
And it's like, oh, if you want your results, you gotta pay for it. And it's like, you fucking Piece of shit. Guess I wasn't smart enough not to fall for that.
That is so fucking bullshit. What a week. What a fucking
I know.
day.
Sorry to let y'all. Sorry to rub that all into your faces because I know all you guys are listening. And like every week you listen, you're like, at least I'm smarter than that fucking guy. Well, now you're not, bitches.
Well, you can still say that about half of the show, maybe.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, at least you had that stimmy money to pay for that $20 test.
Oh, no, I did not. We didn't talk about that, right? I mean, I guess this is kind of like crass, or maybe it's something you shouldn't be talking about, but whatever. The cutoff is $80,000 and you don't make any amount of money. And for 2019, I made $80,400 fucking dollars. So I missed out. Didn't I text you all this?
Yeah.
I missed out on my stimulus money by $400 fucking dollars.
It's based off 2019?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I even asked like my tax dude, and I dug into it a little bit, and I couldn't figure it out. But I have a feeling what's going to happen is on next year's taxes, I'll be able to prove that during the pandemic in 2020 that I actually should have received that, because this year I haven't made nearly, or the 2020 taxes, I made like $15,000 less than I did that year. So fucking boom.
Dude.
But taxes are rolling in, so that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I got my state taxes. It's like, oh, wow, $300. Wow, you fucking asshole.
I'm not getting anything for taxes returns. But I got the $1,400.
Really?
Yeah. I'm getting zero.
Well, you're not. Well, that's. But do you owe money?
No.
Well, you're doing it perfect then.
Right.
My parents have been saying that from day one. They're like, you want it to be dead zero.
Yeah.
You want it to land right on zero.
People are ridiculous with that $1,400. I heard the craziest things this week. I heard one person say, when I asked them, did you get the stimulus? They said, yeah. Like, I think I'm going to buy a car. And I'm like, what? And then someone else said, a friend of ours was like, yeah, I think I'm going to buy a house. And I'm like, people get this fucking $1,400 check, and all of a sudden it's like, they're like Jordan, they're like Wolf of Wall Street. It's like, yeah, I think I'm moving to New York City. It's like, what are you talking about? But anyway, hide
your money. There's poor people around.
I got the stimulus, the $1,400, and I sold 500 of crypto profits on the same day. So I was like, I'm sitting pretty good.
Nice. I thought you weren't selling crypto. I thought that was the whole thing.
I'm taking profits as I go.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna buy like an ounce of gold with my money.
A horrible idea. Don't do it. I'm telling you, gold's a horrid investment. I've already gone down that fucking path.
I got an IQ of 103. I know what I'm doing.
Unless you're literally gonna hold on to it for 20 years.
I'm gonna.
It's the only way gold ever pays out.
It will go to either my children or probably my brother's children, whoever has children.
Then it will be good.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still really, if you compare it to all other investments, I guess you can say it's probably the safest, but it's the lowest return out of any of them.
That's okay.
But it kind of is a good investment, because in 20 years, price of gold is probably going to be, 2,600 or something. I'm gonna throw that out there, 2,700.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah. Diversity.
But I did come up with a good idea. So I sold all my stocks. Was like, okay, fuck all these companies. Fuck
oh my God.
that. Which I sat at exactly. I got all my money back. I know.
Okay.
No, I made like I had made $4 on all the things. They just pretty much stayed stagnant. And I really wish I had more money right now to invest in. I don't know. I just had this idea a few days ago. I was like, oh my God, this is what I got.
Is this about the homeless?
And no. No, I pulled all the stocks out, and I wish I could increase that amount of money. Which brings up another idea. I thought about, like, I wonder if you can make somehow legally build yourself like a holding company or something like that. Like start one in your own name and then transfer all your 401k money over to it so that it's untaxed. I was like, there has to be a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can have a 401k through a company, and you can like move that to an IRA or something like that, and keep it all untaxed. Yeah. But it's like, I wonder if you could create like a holdings company that you now can actually control the money, and invest it the way you want to instead of a broker doing what they want with your money.
Okay.
Because that's the problem with the 401k. You get some say, but you don't get to like go, hey, I want to invest this money in this stock.
Yeah.
They're like, no, that's not how this works. You know what I mean? You can say, you can put it in a group, a subgroup, and they'll invest it more aggressively, but you still really have no say over what it. Okay, that long way around. But I pulled all the money out and put it all in Carnival, and it's already paying out. I wish I had 30, 40,000 to put into Carnival.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is the time. So the idea was it wasn't really Carnival. It dawned on me. I'm like, I need to stop thinking. I just got on Google and was like, what stocks tanked the hardest during the coronavirus?
Yeah.
And fucking, it was Carnival was one of them. And they went down 77%. And I was like, as long as the company doesn't go under, it's going to go back up to that. You know what I mean? It's going to go back up to that spot. So I'm like, fuck. And dude, if you would have gotten into Carnival like 3 months ago, it was down to like $5 a share. And right now it's up to just under $30 a share. And I've already made 5% on my Carnival. So it's like, fuck, if I could take my whole 401k, roll it over into my own holdings company, and then I would fucking all of it, just throw it all into Carnival. Because once it goes up, it's gonna go up, 60, 70%. Bam, dog. That's fucking money right there.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I've never heard of anyone doing that though, but I see what you're saying. You're wanting to be able to invest it without paying any kind of taxes or penalties.
Yeah.
In between.
I bet you there's a way. I bet you there's a way to do it. You know what I mean? It'd be like starting your own company.
Yeah.
Start your own LLC or whatever, like an investing company, and then take all your own 401k and be like, no, I'm going to put it in this investment company, which you own, and you.
Yeah.
I bet there's a way to do it. You know what I mean?
There's probably a way.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Kind of on that.
Well, at 127, I just got nothing but good ideas coming out.
Yeah, well, at 103, I had never thought of that before. But so kind of on that, I'm gonna kind of take it out of left field here, but bring it back to what you were just talking about. So I downloaded like 10 of the most classic movies of all time, and like the ones I went down the list and just skipped the ones that I'd seen and downloaded the ones I hadn't seen, and I ended up with 10 of them. And I just clicked through them quickly, just opened the files and like skipped through the movies. Pretty much they're all in black and white, and a lot of them are really long. And I was like, oh man, this is a little intimidating. I don't know. This is gonna be a fucking mountain to climb to get through these. So there's kind of just sat there, and I just bounced around to other things. But this week I watched Wolf of Wall Street, then I watched Boiler Room, then I watched Wall Street from 1987, then I watched the sequel to Wall Street, and I was like, man, I should have been like an investment banker guy. Fuck. Have you ever seen Boiler Room? You'd like it, or the old Erick.
Very familiar.
The old Erick would like it, I think.
The dumb Erick?
No, I don't know. It's a decent movie.
I feel like that name sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street before Wolf of Wall Street. There's like a bunch of people in it, like Vin Diesel, and it's like all of these people in it, like these kids who are like selling shitty stocks over the phone. One problem is I can't sell things over the phone. I would be terrible at that.
I'm not a salesman.
No.
I've been told, because I worked at the music store for a little bit, and my boss on my first sell was like, what the fuck did you just say to that person? I literally, and when I stopped and thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I literally just sent that guy right out of the store.
Yeah.
Was just like, no, just pushed him out. When like that was really what I was doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not how you sell.
No.
But then dude, I am not capable of selling.
No.
Because it's a scandalous thing to be doing, because you're just lying to people. And like in the music business, like the music store I worked at, I couldn't lie. You know what I mean? I couldn't lie when they'd ask me something. It was like, I get excited about talking about it. So it's like, hey, you know what? Like the one I'm in question was, we had a DW 3000 foot pedal, and DW is like the top of the line name, but the 3000 is like the bottom of the line pedal that they have. You know what I mean? So it happens in music all the time. You have a really high name that makes a really shitty product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taylor does it, Martin does it. It's fucking bullshit. And usually it's garbage, like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
And they just slap this Taylor sticker on it, and they're like, oh, and then they upcharge you just
Yeah.
to have that sticker. This guy comes in, he's like, I want a nice kick pedal, and we had that DW, and we didn't really have drum stuff, but we had that DW 3000 on there, and I told him honestly, I was like, if you're really looking for like high quality, this is gonna be an intermediate, but this isn't what you want. And my boss was like listening to the whole thing, and he's like, dude, he's like, no.
Yeah.
You just sent that guy out of the store. Fucking sell that pedal right there. And I was like, and I did it a lot. I do stuff like that all the time. Like we got all these like $150 guitars, these just garbage guitars, and we were supposed to push them out the door. And I couldn't sell them. I was like, I can't sell this because it's garbage. You can't get me to get excited about this guitar.
You got to.
Because I'm lying to people.
Yeah.
I know, and I just can't lie. I'd always send them to other guitars, be like, no, a new kid would come in, or their parent, and they'd be like, we want to get him in, but we want an okay guitar. And I'm like, yeah, well, don't get that guitar. And my boss be like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, I mean, honestly, these are trash.
Yeah. It's like Wolf of Wall Street. They're like cold calling people down the list, selling shitty stocks that are 6 cents, saying this thing's going to go through the roof, but they know it's not. And I had a job once where my boss was like, we're going to start, like me and another guy, he's going to give us phone numbers of like, it was barbershops at the time, and they're like, you guys are gonna go down and like sell products to these guys, and like I'll give you $100 or so much money for like each sale you make and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, but I was like, fuck, I really don't want to do this. And thank God it never happened, because I was like, this is not gonna go well. I'm not just gonna call people.
I could never be in sales unless I worked for a company that made a really good product. Mm-hmm. Then I could be in sales. If I was a salesman for DW, you know what I mean? And like everything behind me was super high quality shit.
Yeah.
Then I'd get so excited about it. I'd be like, no. This is the best fucking pedal in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is so legit. But trying to sell crap, which that's mostly what selling is. So I hate salespeople.
Yeah.
They're just fucking scoundrels. All of them. Car salesmen, fucking music store people. It's like, get away from me.
Same with
when
military
you go somewhere,
recruiters. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never dealt with that. They didn't want me from the get go.
Oh, I dealt with it.
No.
Yeah.
You keep on going.
Oh, I dealt with it, and the people are right when they're like, they promise you the world, like you get to travel the world, fucking signing bonus, you can get a new car, like all these crazy things, and you're like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. They did. I wasn't even on their radar. I was well on my way to dropping out of school. So they're like, yeah, dummy.
Yeah, keep
Go on out.
But yeah, no, I don't need the like the Wolf of Wall Street where they're selling shitty stocks. I need like the movie Wall Street with Charlie Sheen, where it's just like you get hired at like a company, they give you like $600,000, and they're like, sit at this desk and watch stocks and stuff and make us some money. Let me do that. I think I could do that. I should have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like give me $1 million and I can make you $500,000. Like it doesn't sound that hard.
I couldn't imagine when I watch movies like that, and it kind of also, it's not stocks, but for some reason I'm thinking of Jerry Maguire, like just negotiating type job. I just couldn't do.
Yeah, I know.
I can't sit on computer. I don't know how anybody does. I don't know anybody does anything other than construction. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand how you're not working with your hands. Or I couldn't do it. I go to office buildings. I'm like, I'd shoot myself.
I know.
I don't know how you're standing behind that desk all day.
It's a terrible thought to have to do that. I've done it. It sucks.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I have to. I gotta work. I gotta be physical. I got to.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. Restaurants were fun. I don't know why that's different to me, but it's kind of the same. It's like you got a problem and you got to hands-on fix the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still very hands-on.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Boom. So, did you hear about... did I cut you off on like a point you were making there? Because I don't even know how we got down that.
No. I don't know. You were talking about you're selling stocks and you have a good idea, but then I just wanted to update on what I watched.
You started the movies.
Yeah.
And, okay, I just didn't want to make sure I didn't... I
No,
think that a lot in the show. I start a new topic, and I'm like, did we even wrap up the old topic, or did I just start talking over Brad, and then I forced it to wrap up?
If I want to make the point, I'll bring it back around.
Okay. Did you hear the Bill Burr controversy? Did you hear that one?
About the Oscars or Grammys?
The Grammys, the Grammy ones.
I saw
Did you watch
something.
it?
I went after someone on Twitter this week. Because I saw someone said something about Bill Burr that was so fucking bad that I won't even repeat it. And I was like, I went after them. But I saw the clip of him.
What'd they say? You can't just say that. What'd they say?
No, it just they were just trying to say that he was racist. And I was like, I just couldn't even handle it. Some left-wing guy, I was just like, you are a fucking racist. You're the racist.
So did you see the clip?
I saw him being like, wow, did anybody else want to kill themselves during that piano solo? Jeez,
Yeah. and then the next one was he's introducing a bunch of like Latino names, and he's like,
I didn't see that.
How dare a white cisgender male
Oh my
be introducing
God.
this?
Oh.
And yeah, everyone freaked out, and I watched both of them. Was like, I don't even understand that is literally the lightest thing I've ever heard Bill Burr say.
Seriously,
ever.
I know, seriously.
And I get that he was on a platform that he's usually not on,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just
And he was like,
again,
I saw one where he was like, thanks, Grammys, for making me get dressed up in this nice suit and making me think I'm going to meet all my fucking rock stars that I love. And there's nobody here. He's like, because it was all over video or some shit. I'm not even sure. Yeah. He shouldn't have done it. I don't know. That's weird.
I just think whatever. It's the same thing, we talk about every week. It's just so dumb. Like, why are we? That wasn't even bad.
No.
Why are you trying to cancel him? And nothing. He didn't even say anything bad. And then I watched a few interviews of people like talking shit about it. Like news programs. Like, oh, why would he say that? Why would he say that? And a bunch of them were bringing up like, well, he does have a black wife and a blah blah. It's like, who gives a shit? Like, this has nothing to do with it. Why is everything about race? Like, you know what I mean? Why are we even talking about his wife? What does that have to do with him saying he's going to kill himself and then making fun of his cisgender? Like, he didn't say anything about black people.
Yeah.
Didn't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
Why is his wife getting brought up? Why is his kid getting brought up?
Right?
It was just dumb.
That is dumb.
Made me so mad.
Well, I can imagine what you'd think if you'd never heard of Bill Burr or seen him before, and you're sitting there watching the Grammys, and then this guy's, and you're just like, who the fuck is this guy? That would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it should still make you laugh. I don't know.
But he definitely, it would, if he goes down for anything, it's going to be women. That's going to be his fucking thing that he'll die on. Because that's who he's the meanest to, is women.
Yeah.
And if he did and he definitely didn't say anything about women in that whole bit. But that's usually his thing that pisses people off, just attacking white women.
Sure.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Bam.
Should we drink this thing?
Oh, yeah. I do want to say, we have just the greatest listener of all time. Thank you so much. Look at this. Coca-Cola coffee flavored. I'm really not interested in this at all. But she also did send me some of the things I do love.
Oh, she sent me
cool.
something that made me jump for... She sent me things that made me jump for joy. She sent me 2 little shot glasses of Hendrick's gin in like...
Take one down, buddy.
No, I'm not taking one down. And...
Come on.
No, I have to work tomorrow.
So you can't take one down?
Dude,
you can't take a shot?
I don't even want to drink them. I want to keep these forever with the gin in them. They're like tiny little baby bottles of Hendrick's gin. It's like a shot in each, but they're like amazing. No one's ever bought me Hendrick's before. I was so happy.
Okay.
I was like, this is
I don't even know what Hendrick's is. That like a badass thing or something like that?
It's gin.
Well, yeah, but is it like a special gin or is
It's
it...
Scottish. It's really high quality. Like when you look at the bottles at the liquor store, this is the expensive shit. This is
the top shelf one?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was at a
okay.
casino.
See, I didn't know that.
I was at a casino ordering gin and tonics once, and they were $15 each. And I was like, fuck,
Nice.
this is a lot.
I'm going to have to go try it.
People are always like,
try it.
you're so hard to shop for. What am I supposed to buy you? You're so hard to shop for. This is perfect right here, okay?
Bam.
Our listener Kayla sent us care packages or whatever, including this new product, Coca-Cola with coffee. This is not an official fucking sponsorship because I'll just be completely honest and transparent. I've already tried this. I fucked up the blind reaction on the show by trying
But
this?
I haven't.
You haven't.
Because I would never buy this. It would never.
Really?
A million times I'd go to the store and I would never buy something.
Well,
like
do you like Coca-Cola?
I like the Mexican Coke.
Do you like coffee?
I do like coffee.
Well, this is Coca-Cola with coffee in it.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound good.
Okay.
But I'll go into it, open arms. Just like, okay, we'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna
do it?
open it. All the way
I
from
got to back up Red Bull to clean my mouth out because I'm sure that I'm not going to like this.
all the way from Idaho.
That's pretty weird.
Oh God.
Does she like these? Or was this just a joke? Now I can't remember what her paper said. I'm such a...
This kind of tastes different than the other one I
127
tried.
thoughts going on. I can't remember. I got like complicated math problems going on up here.
Yeah.
I can't remember what was said yesterday.
Right.
Fucking, that's not...
It's like if I'm trying to do a show with like Elon Musk or something. It's like focus here, Elon.
Yeah.
This doesn't taste like the one I tasted the other day, but I'll just say I don't like this at all.
It's not horrific.
It's pretty bad.
It kind of tastes like a flat Coke. Is kind of what it reminds me of.
It tastes like if you had a Coke and you poured a cup of coffee into it.
Well, hence, see, do they make different ones? Because I noticed it says caramel up here.
I think there's a vanilla.
And if it just had coffee, I think I'd be more into it.
It's really
I'm not
gross.
a caramel person.
It's
Not disgusting. I don't like it.
I,
I'd way rather have a cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah. This makes me hate kind of not like people. Because it's like, how many things do you need to fucking drink? Let's just combine more things like coffee, Mountain Dew.
They always keep trying. Always keep trying. If you just think back through the years, so many drinks have come and gone. Like energy drinks like Balls and...
Oh, yeah, Balls.
And...
Surge.
Amped wasn't.
Amps.
Surge.
Those amps were
So
good.
many that
Yeah.
you could never find again. Do you remember the Lost? Wasn't it Lost energy drinks? They had all the crazy shit all over the can.
That sounds familiar.
Like when Monster and Red Bull came out, and then like a year later, then it was just fucking everyone started making energy drinks, and it was like Monster came out,
Rockstar,
and then No Fear, Rockstar, but then there was Lost, and it was like skateboardy shit. It had like all this graffiti stuff, like black and white over the whole can.
Yeah.
I used to love it just because they got me. They're like their fucking what's the word I'm looking? Their department. Their fucking
advertising,
marketing. Yeah, advertising department fucking nailed it with me because I'm like, I'm a skateboarder. This is cool as shit. Fucking.
It's my new drink. I found my new drink. This is it.
Yeah.
That was the era of energy drinks. There's like Four
It
Loko.
was.
They're like, let's take the energy drinks and put alcohol in them. Four Loko, and then there was other ones. Fuck, I forgot what they were called. Four Loko, and then there was one. It was like an orange, and then like a metal can. I don't remember. This is no good though. This ain't gonna last very long.
It's not.
If you want to try it, go try it, because by the end of the summer, these are gonna be gone.
That by the time this episode airs, you're not gonna be able to find them.
Just stop mixing drinks.
I'm gonna cleanse palate cleanse with some Red Bull.
So I have to. This is gonna be. I hear you're pulling some shit, and you need to answer to it.
Okay.
Now that I got this coffee Coca-Cola in me, maybe have to take a shot of Hendrix after this.
Please do.
You posted some baby registry thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
For people to go on and buy baby products for you and your family, and then not be thanked after buying them. What the fuck is going on down there?
What do you mean?
You gotta
not be thanked?
Yeah, you gotta thank people.
Like on the Facebook comment thread?
No, I don't know, or just text them.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I don't really have anything to do with this. So
Okay.
I was just pushed into posting it so that, blah, blah, blah.
I think it's a good idea.
It is a good idea, and I should be better about shit like that, and I'm horrible about shit like that. So I do think, I know of a few people, because
I didn't buy anything.
It's a whole.
I didn't know if I was supposed
it's a whole
to.
Thing. I don't know what the etiquette is. I honestly don't. I was just, but I know that
It's a new
I do
age.
want to say thank you to at least 2 of our listeners I know have bought something.
Nice.
But then there's another thing to where, so so the way this works is you set up a registry online, and then so that you go on and you pick all this shit. I didn't pick any of this stuff. I had nothing to do with any of this stuff.
Well, yeah, it'd be hard to think of things to pick.
Yeah, she did everything. And then I think there's like a thing to where, they're going to have a baby shower, and all these gifts will be opened at the baby shower.
Oh.
So, and her mom has been saying that you're not supposed to look at any of the, look up who, because she can go on her Amazon account and look at who bought what, but she's not supposed to, but she has been, but she's not supposed to, because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, fuck.
The day of the baby shower to open up the present and be like, oh, this is from this person. This is from this person. So if you haven't gotten a thank you, she does know who sent most things. I don't. I know a package has shown up, and I see the name it came from on the package, I think. But I know Kayla sent one.
Oh, really? Am I supposed? Now I feel like I should fucking pick one. If there's still anything
she
left.
had it all. She had it all fucking. She had it all hidden, fucking, because it wasn't her name. But it was weird because I was like, I bet that's her. I was like, and I was right. And then we talked about it later.
Gotcha.
And then your boss man sent one. I think he's your boss. And then
Pretty much.
I'm assuming that's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like why this is okay. Yeah. And he sent one. I don't know what it is. I knew because she asked me. She's like, "Who's Sawyer?" I think is how this played out. And I'm like, "Oh, that's blah blah blah. We used to play. You would hear me talking to him a lot on Xbox." She's like, "Oh, okay, blah blah blah."
What a nice guy.
So thank you, but we haven't opened it, and she probably knows what it is. I have no idea what it is, and I'm not even gonna be. I really don't think I'm gonna be there for the baby shower. So,
Yeah.
But thank you, thanks everyone. We appreciate it.
All right,
I
there
mean,
we
it's
go.
awesome.
I don't think I would be there for a baby shower. That sounds like a panic attack. You go out in the garage, do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no interest in it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe I should fucking buy something now if there's anything left on there.
We did talk about it today, and a lot more happened than we thought was gonna happen. Because, dude, it's like, Jesus Christ, like every day, just like fucking stacks of boxes outside the door. It's like,
Jesus.
our neighbors are gonna think we're fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening over there? But she said, she's like, no, I made this an extensive list.
Yeah.
She's like, so there's a bunch of crap on there. But thank you, everyone. A lot of people you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Bought stuff. A lot of people I wouldn't have expected, like, from my past.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Thank you guys very much. It's gonna make things a lot easier, I'm sure. I have no idea. So
Yeah.
I figure you get a bottle, a binky, and a basket and a blanket, and you're fucking good for 3 years. So,
Yeah.
But I suppose that's not how that works.
Yeah, you may be 127, but this is fucking baby time. This is an IQ time.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with shapes at all.
No. Well, because since I'm on the record of being anti gender reveal, I am pro Amazon registries.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
I'm not into the baby reveal, hence how I revealed the baby was in that.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, it's a boy. This is his name. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. You don't need to fucking blow blue fucking clouds sky high.
I think a lot of things
Cause
to
a
do
fire.
with babies, I think, are really dumb.
Right.
I'm not into. I think it's stupid.
It's a money making industry.
It is.
Big time.
It is. So, uh, I've been setting up this whole poker game thing,
When is it?
and none of your business.
Okay.
It's actually right after this show.
Okay.
Um,
Do you buy a table?
yeah. I ended up buying a lot of stuff. I'm definitely not gonna. By the end of this, there's no way I'm gonna have made any money because of the amount of money that I've spent in it.
You had to buy chips. Yeah.
I had to buy chips, and I originally bought a stack of chips, but then the amount of people got to a point where I was doing denominations on chips, and
Yeah.
was like, it's not going to work. Now I need more chips because I'm running out of chips, and we can't play with everyone gets 5 chips. You know, it's just that doesn't work.
Fuck.
But you know what? It's been a while. I used to take poker very serious, but like not serious, but like back in the day, played a lot of poker. But it's been a long time since I played poker. But I find it funny now. I think it is like dealing with people and blah blah. I feel like the people who take it the most. It's funny to me the things people take serious versus like what they're willing to do. Like I feel like it's people who complain the most about like
complain the most.
I don't want to be mean.
Don't do the most.
Yeah. I feel like I'm about to be mean.
You got to watch the movie Rounders before you play. If you can't spot the sucker at the table, you're the sucker.
All the people that are willing to like, oh, you want to make this interesting? Let's do what? Fuck, we'll do $100 buy-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those people are also the most easygoing of the groups. You know what I mean? And then the people that don't want it, that are don't want to spend any money.
Yeah.
And want to keep it the lowest. They're the ones that are the most nitpicky about everything. And it's just funny to me. It's like
that makes sense.
And and it's just like, God damn it. Like, just get over, get over this. Like, it's $20. Like, I don't know. I want to go off, but I don't want to go off.
Yeah.
Because it'll start getting mean.
I see what you're saying.
But I feel like that's a lot of things in life are a lot like that. People who cause the most dust, they're like it's like what you were saying about like the Bitcoin people. You'll have people in there making a bunch of ruffles and they got $100 invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you shut the fuck up right now?
Yeah.
Like, there's people here with 50 grand into this, like
not saying anything.
And yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you and a bunch of people own shares of a company, and the guy who owns like 2% is like, we should do that, we should do that, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Or like, there's so many examples I feel like in life. Yeah. It's like I don't know anything about this, but I'm gonna just go ahead and go out on a limb here and assume that like with people who are super into cars, like the guy that has $100,000 souped up fucking car doesn't say shit, but the kid with $5,000 into his fucking Honda Civic with pretty little blue lights on it, like he's the one talking the most shit and he's got the biggest piece of shit car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then the guy that spends every weekend, like, oh, no, you don't even understand what this is.
Yeah.
He's never going to be the one to talk shit on people or talk shit on their car builds or something like that. It's like always the loudest ones are always funny who ends up being the loudest one.
Yeah. It's like the people always make the joke, like the single friend who's never had relationships always tells people to like break up or gives them advice about their relationships, which is true. It's fucking crazy.
Because you're that person?
Used to be. I'm not giving people advice about relationships anymore, but probably used to be, like, oh, fuck her. But I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it's with everything.
Yeah.
It's the guy who talks about fighting the most is usually the one that's going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep. That's a good one.
So you could come up with a million that are just like this. The guy who blank is the guy who also, does blank.
It's just the way of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's annoying when you're trying to host something. I guess.
Yeah. But and then the second part of that, it's literally unfolding as we speak. What is wrong with what is wrong with people? And like, why are we in a day and age where this isn't like I feel like I'm the only punctual person in the fucking world. Like that takes that shit outside of their job. Like if I say something to someone, I hold myself extremely accountable that I'm going to do what I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
If I make a plan with someone, even if I am super stressed out about it, and if I am going to cancel with someone or something like that, I do it in a very fast, you know what I mean? I don't wait till the last minute. It's like I've gotten 2 texts in the last hour, and we're hours away from starting. Like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, I've made it. I'm like, wow, we've been planning this for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, god damn, what is wrong with you people? You know what I mean? Like, I hate, and it's everything. It's fucking, that happens. It makes me, in music, it makes me so mad. Like, musicians are horrid at it. And it's like, dude, we've made a plan. This is the plan. Why can you not follow the fucking plan? And it's always like, oh, man, it's a hard day, man. Like, it's like, dude, I have everything packed up in my car. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I've spent the last 2 hours setting this all up.
Yeah.
And then you're going to call me 10 minutes before and be like, oh, sorry, man, I can't make it. Like, god damn it, you sons of bitches. I hate yeah.
I've told people multiple times when they're trying to convince me to do something social, and this happens a lot when they're like, come on, are you going to come? Are you going to be there? Do you want to hang out? Let's like, come on. You going to hang out with all of us? Are you coming over for dinner? Whatever. And I have to be like, and I've said to them, I don't want to commit to something that I might cancel or I'm not going to show up for. I'm not going to commit until I'm actually going to be there. Yeah.
That is honorable.
Right.
It's honorable because it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's way better to deal with that in the original conversation than it is to deal with it where it's like,
oh,
dude, come on. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, honestly, I'm not the person to get mad. I'm not going to hold grudges. I don't hold grudges about the money part of this at all. But I mean, technically, I went out and bought like specific chairs for these people.
Yeah.
Did a head count on people and was like, okay, I have 10 people. I need 10 chairs.
Yeah.
It's not that much money, but it was $30 a chair. So it's like, now I've had 2 people cancel. You guys just cost me $60, and $60 I didn't need to fucking spend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And technically, I bought 3 cases of chips to make sure there was enough chips for everything. I probably could have gotten away with 2 cases. I definitely could have gotten away with 2 cases if it's going to be minus 2 people. So it's like, now you guys have cost me technically more like $90. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really don't care if like these people ever hear this. I don't care about that at all. Just, it's always like this. It's like this with everything in life. And I don't get it. It's a new thing. It's like people, I really feel like 30 years ago that it was way more frowned upon and there was shame involved in if you did that to people.
Yeah.
If you like canceled on Thanksgiving dinner the day before and they're like, dude, I've been planning, you know what I mean? I went out and bought the food and it's like acceptable in society now to last minute cancel on people. And it's like almost a joke. Like, oh, you know, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, like own up to you have a responsibility. Follow through with your responsibility. It doesn't matter like how trivial the responsibility is. You've made an obligation socially with someone. Follow through on that obligation.
Yeah.
You're kind of a loser that you're not fucking doing that. I don't know. It really irritates me. And it happened with music. I've been dealing with it for fucking 15 years. 15 fucking years of the same. And musicians are the worst, the laziest, biggest potheads. You know what I mean? It's always like that person, the pothead.
Yeah. They'll just forget.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, or no, but it's always like when the text comes through or the phone call comes through, it's like now, and not only that, I know you're lying to me. Like, don't even just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't make an excuse. You know what I mean? Now you're just lying. It's like this whole thing now is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, just fuck, man. Like,
there's people.
I mean, I guess
there's people who you're like, someone's like, I heard they're coming, and you go, I'll believe it when I see it. But then there's other people.
Yeah.
There's other people, and you always say, I'll believe it when I see it. But then there's other people when you're like, yeah, he'll be here. You know, he'll be here.
Because I know if he said he's coming, he's fucking coming.
Yeah, he'll be here. Don't worry. And the problem is,
I pride myself on being that person. You know what I mean? I pride myself on, like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, I get anxiety.
oh yeah,
Like, I'll feel very bad if I don't do it.
yeah.
Like, I take it way to heart. I can't just blow that shit off. Like,
Oh,
I
I
feel
can't
horrible.
relax if I take a day off of work.
yeah.
I can't relax.
I think work is another. I feel like I wake up in the morning, I have the same thought everyone else has. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
want to go. I don't want to go today. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I can't not go. There's literally, I can't not go to work. It's not an option. I mean,
know.
I do it once, here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't feel good about it. I sit all day and think about, like, this is a horrible decision.
Yeah, I know. Me too. And then there's people who are like, I'm sick today. And you're like, fuck off. You're sick today. I know you're not sick.
Yeah.
I fucking know it.
Wow. It's the first day of fucking salmon fishing and you just happen to be sick today. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Convenient.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. But maybe those people are living a better life.
I think they are. I really do. I don't know though. You see a lot of people talk about their anxiety and stress levels and stuff like that. Maybe everyone does live in the same stress-filled, anxiety-filled world that I live in.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. I don't believe it. A lot of the times I'm like, no, you guys don't know what real anxiety is. Like, but maybe they all are. Like, because I take everything to heart. You know what I mean? Like, I get stressed about every little detail, minute little tiny details of, like, relationships to work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The worst is when I smoke pot. Oh my God, shit gets so bad.
Yeah.
I'm such a bad pot smoker. I love doing it, but like when I do it, it's like, oh, my world starts crumbling. I just like, oh my God, I start thinking about something I said to someone in the 8th grade. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I did that. And fucking, I'll just find something to fucking stress out about and fucking get anxiety over, like, oh, I can't believe you did that to that person, or I can't believe you said that, or didn't follow through, or da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da, da. So honestly, why I'm such an alcoholic, I know that's 80% of why I love alcohol so much is because it just washes all that shit away. All that feeling all day long of anxiety and shit. Fucking 2 beers in, fucking done thinking about it. Everything's happy now. It's like, yep, happy. It's the curse of my family. You can see it with all the boys. Fucking half of them are hardcore alcoholics, and that's exactly why. Fucking get too stressed out. It's just like, fuck it, dude. You got to just take the edge off. And then we're all happy. Whole family's happy once we start drinking.
Uh-huh. I'm sure. I don't know. A lot of times when I have a couple of drinks, my anxiety goes through the roof.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not me. Mine melts away.
I think,
It's like,
yeah.
it's like melts.
Yeah.
But it's a real problem because then I use alcohol. Dude, I use alcohol all the time in really stressful. I've fucked myself bad in situations because I'll be so stressed out.
Yeah.
And then I'll start drinking and I will get fucking drunk.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of a specific situation, but I know I've been it. Like,
well, there's a lot of times when I'm like, I just want to hold something in my hand because I'm like anxious or whatever. But then you just keep sipping and drinking, and it's like,
Yeah.
you're just doing something to like.
it happens with music a lot with me. I think I've done it multiple times where I get too drunk I can't play anymore, and it's because my nerves are going crazy. Like, I've ruined a lot of shows, and I learned it
fucking
early. It was
terrible.
like, I can't drink, but
Yeah.
it's like it's the worst. I hate pre-show shit because it's like,
Yeah.
I've spent all this time like it sucks being like a lower end musician because it's like I've spent all this time promoting it and trying to get people to come and making this situation happen, and then you go set up the situation and you're like, okay, I got 2 hours before it starts.
Yeah.
And like no one's there yet, you know what I mean? And you're like fuck, and you just start getting all just turning in your head, and you're like fucking start drinking, and then by the time the show starts, you're already pretty buzzed, and by the first set, you fucking take another break, and then you're hammered, and then you still got 2 hours to play, and you're fucking drunk, and then it all just goes off the rails, and it's like, yeah, I've done that one. I've played with multiple people that it's like you can't.
Then you'll be stressed the next day about how shitty you did.
Yeah,
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
Yeah. I mean, for me, a lot of the stress stuff comes early morning. Like when I wake up in the middle of the night, early morning, and like like around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm just like, it is bad. And as the
That's weird.
as the
I'm
day
exact
progresses,
opposite.
yeah, as the day progresses, especially like in the evening and stuff, it does get a lot better, I think. But for some reason, right around 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm like fucking just going crazy sometimes.
The only only healthy thing I've ever found that fixes it, that's not drugs or alcohol, is work. Like doing something,
Yeah.
either working out, which I hate working out, but if I gotta focus my mind on something, and then everything melts away because I don't have time to think about those things.
Yeah.
So it's like, work is the best thing ever. When I get to work in the morning, I'm the happiest I'm very happy. I'm never, once work actually starts and I'm there and I start doing something physical,
Yeah.
fucking happiest person in the world. Because it's like, I don't have time to think about shit. It's fucking, I got to focus on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's like weekends are always the worst. Every week for the last fucking 10 years has been, I work Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday, and I have a great week. And then I get off on my weekend, and I'm happy, but my anxiety is just creeping up through the weekend because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm just doing bullshit. And then it's just this slow, steady climb through the weekend. And by fucking Sunday night, I am stressed to the gills.
Yeah.
Like just fucking, oh my God, I did this wrong. I got to do this. And then Monday morning, fucking boom, fucking reset back down to zero. And I'm just zero until fucking, and in theory, in my mind, on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, this weekend's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I just get to sleep in and stuff. And the idea is great. But then the actual execution and what actually happens, never great. It's always fucking, well, I might as well be back at work because I'm happier when I'm working.
Yeah, it's true. I relate completely. And there's mornings at work that are kind of like a slow morning where I'm like not really diving into anything. And then I'm stressing. And then I remember, I'm like, oh, I have to do something. Okay, stop this thinking stuff and like let's just do something. Like I forget about it and then do it. But yeah, I can relate completely. I think it's probably just productivity and having a purpose. Because like when I've taken like 3 weeks off before, I just feel like I have no purpose in the world. I'm like, I need something to do. Yeah.
I don't know. On vacation, I can shut it off. I don't know what it is. I always take my vacations in the summer, and most of the time I go hang out with my family. My family can kind of make it all go away. Because I don't know, it gets real fucking coddle, I just feel like a warm blanket's kind of being put over me because it's like family members and my parents always make me feel, I'm a mama's boy. So once I'm around my mom, it's kind of like, well, nothing bad could happen. You know what I mean? I don't think about it, but there's something about that where it's like I'm with my parents and it's like, well, they've taken care of everything always, so I don't have to worry. Like fucking, I don't know, something like that.
I don't know either. So, okay, I have a statement to make about the Asian American community. And I know that with everything that's been going on, which I don't really know everything that's been going on, but I know that with whatever the fuck has been going on, everyone around the world has been thinking, what does Brad have to say about this? They want to know. So so right here with the whole world watching, look, I feel like
this is
what
this is like. This is gonna be bigger than the fucking Prince Henry and Meghan fucking Oprah tape. Like, you're gonna take the next spot. You just kick them down to number 2.
Yeah, maybe I've built it up a little too much just now. But look, I feel like I have always been an ally of the Asian American community. Okay, and I'll go as far as to say that it's been well documented. I feel I've told a story on this show, and at least the Japanese American community, Tokyo. I've always been a big supporter of Tokyo. I've never been there, but it's it's like my number one vacation destination that I'd love to go. I'd love to just learn about the culture. The Thai American community or whatever, the Thai people. I've told the story on this show about spending the night at my Thai buddy's house and accidentally walking in on his uncle meditating and almost fucking shitting myself. So there's Japanese and Thai. The Chinese American community, back when I owned digital video discs, owned multiple Jackie Chan movies, okay? Loved Rush Hour, Mr. Nice Guy, Jackie Chan's First Strike. Those were all great. A couple years ago, during the presidential race, Loved Andrew Yang. All right. I think he should be the mayor of New York. That's another Chinese American. So I've been well documented with my love for the Asian community, and I don't condone any bad talk or violence against them. Saw a TikTok video a week or so ago of these like 4 black kids brutally hurting this Asian person, and it was terrifying to watch. And it was in Philadelphia, a city which I love, but I was like, this is fucking terrible, and I don't get what the fuck's going on. But I have been an ally, and I will continue to be an ally for the Asian community in this great country. And that's all I have to say. I think.
Do you think there's beef between black people and Asians? You know,
I don't know. I have no idea.
As soon as you said that, then I instantly thought about the Rodney King video where that fucking Asian dude's protecting his store. And comes out with a fucking pistol, and he's like, "Get fuck away from my store." He's a little Asian dude. It's like a famous fucking thing that happened during the LA riots.
Huh.
Don't you remember that?
Yeah, it sounds very familiar, yeah.
Yeah. And he like wasn't fucking around. He's like, "I'll fucking kill you." I'm like, "Get away." You know, and like all these black people like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." He's like, "Fuck away from my store." Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like they have kind of got the short end of a stick in America.
Asian people?
Yeah.
Why?
There was a whole thing about like concentration camps and shit around World War II. I don't know what happened, but there was like putting Asian people in camps and shit, and that doesn't sound very good.
Well, they were about to get murdered, is what was going on.
Well, it still sounds shitty. It still sounds like a shitty thing overall.
Yeah. There was like some real racist. Do you really not know much about this?
No.
Fucking. It's for some reason I actually do have a lot of weird information about this. It was one of my favorite books I read in high school. Was all about Pearl Harbor, and it kind of made me think about what was going on. There's this book I read or maybe it was like the 8th grade about. I wish I knew the name of this book, but it was about this kid who was like in high school. I believe it was a fictitious book too. It might not have been. Maybe it was a real book, a real diary. But it was about this kid who was in high school during Pearl Harbor, and he was Asian, and what happened in Pearl Harbor right after the attack. So then, like the whole beginning of the book is like. No one even knows what's fucking happening. You know what I mean? It's just fucking planes flying over, and they're like, what the fuck is shit's just going crazy. And then it's like the aftermath of what's happening. And like, yeah, then it comes to realize like, okay, the Japanese just attacked, and it's not safe for an Asian person on the streets right now because white people, Americans are fucking ready to start killing some Asian people. Like, let's round them up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the same sense, one of our biggest allies in World War II was the Filipino people. Like, we fought side by side with a shitload of Filipinos. Like, they were kind of like, as we were doing the island hop, there was a lot of island people that we went, and they were like super thankful we were there. It's really hard with Asians is there's so many different fucking Asians. You know what I mean? And we lump all Asians into kind of one big category.
I don't.
But it's like, most Americans do. But it's like, especially during World War II, that was a weird time because it was like, Filipinos fucking loved us over there. They're like, yes, please come. Like, Japan's about ready to fuck up everything over here. You know what I mean? Like, we need help. I don't know. Yeah. But the concentration camps really was whatever. I'm sure the woke community is going to look at anything in the history like that. Like, no, we were just super racist against Asian people. It's like, well, actually, we probably saved a lot of fucking Asian people's lives by doing that because people were ready to start murdering people because they were fucking pissed. You know, when you have all these fucking Navy boys, you're imagine being a mom and dad, your fucking son is over in fucking Pearl Harbor and gets killed, and all these people get fucking killed, and then you know, of course you're gonna feel a little resentment when you have a fucking Japanese neighbor sitting next door, like, hey, fuck you, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, and then so the government comes in like, we should probably separate these people. Like, this is gonna get bad, and you know, it was happening. There was, you know, certain people. Imagine your fucking wife gets killed in Hawaii. Imagine your wife gets killed by one of the, a plane fucking crashing or something like that. Yeah, you'd look over at and there was a shitload of Asian people in Hawaii at this time. You know, like a lot of them. There's all kinds of Asian people in Hawaii.
Okay.
In 1945. I don't know. It would have been dangerous. You know, there would have been a percentage of people there ready to start killing people. Like, fuck this. I don't know.
I used to work with a Vietnamese man. Liked him. He's a good guy.
I love Asian people.
My favorite
I think they're
movie,
fucking
Lost
awesome.
in Translation, okay? In Tokyo.
But what's weird to me is one of my favorite things about Asian people, I'm pretty sure I've said on the show, is one of my favorite things about their culture is I feel like they don't play the victim. Like a lot of cultures do. My favorite thing about cultures is when they don't play victim. Mexicans, love Mexicans. They don't play victim. Very rarely do they play victim. They have shit to bitch about. You know what I mean? They're never talking about racist shit. I've never talked to a Mexican and they've gotten weird about shit. Ever. They usually are like, I do not care about what you guys are talking about at all.
Yeah.
Just let me go to work. You know what I mean? That's like the general consensus among Mexicans. I feel the same way around Asians.
Yeah.
And it's like Asians actually do have something to bitch about. You know what I mean?
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
There was a lot of shitty things that happened in Asian history. I mean, our railroads were built by a good amount of fucking Asian slaves.
Yeah.
So, but I literally never heard anyone bring that up. Like ever bring up any of that Asian shit. You just see it in like old movies and you're like, oh, did that actually happen? You look at, yeah, there's a lot of Asian fucking slaves. Never hear about it.
No.
Fucking, they're just like, leave me alone. Let me do my thing.
Yeah. Used to watch Jet Li
Asians
movies.
own, like,
I've seen 2 Jet Li movies at least.
Did you know Asians own like 80% of the West Coast? Like beachfront property all the way from California, Oregon to Washington is owned. 80% of it is owned by Orientals.
Well, Vancouver, British Columbia is like 50% Asian, and I'm sure San Francisco is damn near close to that too.
When we lived, my mom was a real estate agent in Lincoln City growing up, and 50% of her clientele were all Asians. When you're in the beach towns, you don't really see them, but they own it all. They own all that shit. All those beach towns all the way up the coast. Fucking all Oriental people. Fucking, they're the ones with the money, and they just sit back and collect money. Just fucking, yep. Just keep giving me money. Keep on giving me money.
Right. So that's all I have to say.
It was a sad thing, but it was just another. It's
a crazy
sucks.
person.
Like, crazy person went in, but of course it had to be about fucking race. So nothing anymore can't not be about race. It's just so ridiculous. Like, can a crazy person just be a crazy person? And why does that have to reflect non-crazy people? That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
When
it's just
someone goes on a
person.
mass shooting spree, we need to stop labeling them as, well, they're this and this and they're racist. It's like, that person's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Like, why? What do we not understand? It doesn't matter if they're black or white, or if they're doing it against black or white or Asian or Mexican. It's like, that is not a normal person. You can't get mad at 99% of the population because 1% does something. That's a ridiculous way to live your life.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people want to make everything.
It's like Columbine is all about metal. Is all about Marilyn Manson. Metal music.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something
like that.
Yeah.
I you want to do current events? Sure. Okay, I don't know any of the answers to these, so we'll go through them together.
Wait.
Current events. On March 11th, in his first primetime address from the White House, President Biden said that he would order states to make all adults eligible for the vaccine by May 1st, and that a return of normalcy was possible by blank. Labor Day, Independence Day, Memorial Day, or Thanksgiving.
It's Independence Day. This is trivia?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's current events.
Okay.
Independence Day, correct. I'm not reading all that. I had paragraphs after why that is what it is. Okay, 2 out of 10. On March 8th, the Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention released long-awaited advice for immunized people. I can't say that word, people. 2 days later, the Biden administration published revised guidelines on nursing home visits. Which of the following is not among the new recommendations? Guests are permitted to go inside nursing homes to see residents regardless of whether they or the residents have been vaccinated. 2, vaccinated Americans may gather indoor in private homes and small groups with other fully vaccinated people without mask or distancing. 3, vaccinated Americans may go to restaurants and gyms without a mask. 4, vaccinated grandparents may visit unvaccinated healthy adults healthy adult children, and healthy grandchildren without mask or physical distancing.
Wow, I thought it was the first
know.
one, but now I'm going to go with the last one.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's not 2 or 3. I'm sure.
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
either the first one or the
Guests
last
are
one.
permitted to go inside nursing homes to see residents, regardless of whether their residents have been vaccinated. I'm gonna go with 1. You're gonna go with 4.
Yeah.
1 is wrong.
Boom.
Whoa, what? Oh, no. We're thinking about that wrong, bud. We forgot the beginning of that. Which of the following is not among the new recommendations?
Yeah, I thought it was the fourth one. It's not.
No, vaccinated Americans may go into restaurants and gyms without a mask. All the other 3 were in it. Vaccinated Americans may go. Yeah, I forgot all about that
Son of a
once I
bitch.
said it. 3. The number of unoccupied migrant children detained along the southern border blank in the 2 weeks leading up to the March 8th, according to the Federal Immigration Agency documents obtained by the New York Times. Dropped by half, fell to 0, slightly declined, or tripled. The number of unoccupied migrant children detained along the southern border blank in the last 2 weeks leading up to March 8th.
All right, this is a gamble right here. I'm going to go with slightly decreased. Slightly.
I'm going to say tripled.
It could be tripled.
So we'll go slightly declined. Nope, tripled.
Fuck.
And now it's a crisis. I actually did know that. I was listening to some Lars Larson. Now it's a fucking crisis.
Damn it.
Crisis. Okay. The 4. The 63rd annual Grammy Awards on March 14th celebrated music that emerged in a deeply challenging year, highlighting the Black Lives Matter protest and the role of women in pop music. Blank won the Grammy Award for Best New Artist and also for Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song. 1.
Okay, sorry.
Billie Eilish, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, or Taylor Swift.
It's Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I had no idea. I knew it wasn't going to be Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish.
No.
Obviously it was a black person.
Yeah.
I'd never even heard of that person's name before.
Well,
But
you've heard them. You've heard their voice before. It's all over TikTok.
Probably.
Yeah.
The city of blank agreed on March 12th to pay $27 million to the family of George Floyd, the black man whose death set off months of protest after a video showed a white police officer kneeling on his neck. Kenosha, Louisville, Minneapolis, Rochester.
It's Minneapolis.
Money, son. Okay, number 6. Every day's the first 5,000 days. Okay, every day's the first 5,000 days by the artist known as Beeple, 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 sold for $69 million in an auction, a record for blank. An abstract design, an American-born artist, a digital artwork, a living artist.
Do you know it?
Every day, the first, I don't know.
I know it.
No. Every day, the first 5,000 days, by the artist known as Beeple, sold for $69 million in auction, a record for, I'm going to go digital artwork.
That's correct.
That's bananas. That is fucking bananas, is what that is.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Okay, number 7. Germany, France, and Italy temporarily suspended the use of blank COVID-19 vaccine on March 15th, joining a growing list of nations that paused the use of vaccine in recent days over concern that it might be tied to blood clots. AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, or Pfizer?
Oh, that's tough. I guess Moderna.
It's Johnson & Johnson. I think I'm going with Johnson & Johnson. The Pfizer's good. I think it's Johnson & Johnson.
I'm going Moderna.
You're going Moderna? Nope, it's AstraZeneca.
That's scary.
Okay, 8. Proposed legislation that would grant the blank police more powers to control protesters is being debated this week, and it faces renewed scrutiny after an outcry over the breaking up of the vigil on March 13th to mark the killings of a 33-year-old woman. Proposed legislation that would grant the blank police more powers of control.
I think it's
the British, the Canadian, the French, Russian.
Oh, fuck. I was going to say riot police. We're going fucking nations here.
Proposed legislation that would grant the blank police more power to control protesters is being debated this week and faces renewed scrutiny. Blah, 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 blah.
I guess British?
I can see a picture right now of all these people. And so I can already knock off a bunch of those off the list.
It's not Russian. I'm going to go British.
Yeah, and all the signs are in English,
Yeah.
and all the buildings look English style. So it's definitely not French. Might be Canadian, but go British. But yes, it's British.
Boom.
Okay, 9. The maker of Dove soap said on March 9th that it would drop blank from its beauty products. All chemical ingredients, its iconic logo of a bird, plastic packaging, the word normal.
I'll go plastic packaging.
I'm going to go normal.
Oh, fuck. It might be normal.
It is.
Oh,
the
fuck.
word normal.
I remember. God damn it. Dove.
Okay. Number 10. 3 of these science-related articles below were recently published in the New York Times. One is from a satirical site, The Onion. Which is the fake news story? Countries tried to curb trade in plastic waste. The U.S. is shipping more. Manatees may carry 500,000 microscopic hitchhikers. National Weather Service warns recent snow tornado may be tied to Professor Barnabas T. Vile's weather destabilizing machine. Or she beat cancer at 10. Now she's set to be the youngest American in space.
Oh, fuck. That's tough. Maybe the American plastic thing. I don't think people care about animals.
The shipping more. Wait.
Fuck, that's tough.
Are you saying the countries tried to curb trade in plastic waste? The U.S. is shipping more. Manatees may carry 500,000 microscopic hitchhikers. National Weather Service warns recent snow tornado.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Snow.
That one sounds the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're writing a fucking thing that.
No, because it's global warming. It's not that guy.
Yeah, that was it.
Boom.
Yep. Okay.
Not bad.
There we go.
Not bad.
There we go. Current events, people. Current events.
So, I spent a lot of time in the truck listening to Sirius XM satellite radio and bounce around. Sometimes I'm doing, 80s. Sometimes I'm doing 2000s country. But now I'm on classic vinyl. And this is like classic rock, but it's like the hits of the hits. So it's stuff that Eric doesn't really like listening to anymore. It's the hits of the hits. And it reminds me of high school. And the only other people that say that are people that grew up in the 60s and 70s that it reminds them of high school. It reminds me of high school because all I listened to in high school was classic rock, right? Mm-hmm. And these are the hits. This is because you like the B-side stuff. This is all just hits of the hits. This is Stairway to Heaven and Let It Be and Tiny Dancer. It's the hits of the hits of classic rock.
And the heavy downpour, and I'm gonna take it. But he knew for sure that one guitar.
They don't play that.
It blew me away.
No.
That one guitar in the very next day. Gonna keep on rocking.
Yeah, they don't play that.
I hate that.
Thank God.
I hate that song more than anything.
Yeah. But it's so great because it's like I'm falling in love with these songs again.
Stars in his eyes.
It's just awesome.
Once I get going, I can't stop.
Yeah. And it's like they play a lot of Pink Floyd too, which I like. They play a lot of it. And Comfortably Numb and the hits.
Half of Pink Floyd is really good, and half of Pink Floyd is really.
They play the good thing.
I can't stand The Wall. I really don't like that album at all. It's really just not good to me. Like,
well, I don't remember. I don't know the track lists of the albums really, but they play the good shit. And because I used to love like Dark Side of the Moon stuff. I know we've talked about it.
Oh,
I know we've talked about it. Because like after I lost my virginity on my drive home that night, I played Dark Side of the Moon album. I didn't know if you knew that.
Nice. So that holds a good spot in your heart. Why didn't you bring that up when we're talking about Dark Side of the Moon?
I didn't remember it until like yesterday.
Was there a song playing when you lost your virginity?
Yeah.
Because I'll never forget.
I'll
never forget.
I know that it was country music. I don't remember what songs they were.
Oh, okay. Mine was Trent Reznor was playing in the background.
Oh, Jesus. Some dude's house. And so that is all kind of culminated to me last night going down this crazy rabbit hole on YouTube of reaction videos of people reacting to these songs. And shout out to the people doing reaction videos because I can tell a lot of them, they haven't heard the song before and they're hearing it for the first time when they do the video. And it's kind of cool to see how they react to it. I was loving it because I was just going down a rabbit hole and stuff like that. And a lot of them, it was just really crazy how there's some people who, and I feel really bad for them. Thank God I'm born with the ability to appreciate music. There are some people who are born who don't have that ability. Something is wrong with
Doesn't make any sense.
Something's wrong with their ear.
They are serial killers, is what they are.
No, I don't know what it is because I've sat down with them and listened to music with them, and it's like they don't hear the same thing I'm hearing. It's very strange. And I thank God that I am not like that, and I actually have the gift to appreciate it. But with me, the people doing the reaction videos of these songs, like Time and Comfortably Numb and all this stuff, it's like they have the ability to really like absorb it the first time they're hearing it. I don't have that gift. For me, it takes a long time of growing on me until it's like, until I really can love it and appreciate it. It takes a long time. Some of these songs I'm realizing I didn't appreciate back then when I listened to them, and now I can really appreciate them. And some of those people...
There is no one, I will argue, but there's no way to fucking prove it, but there's something to be said about when you listen to music and you can already anticipate what's about to happen, it legitimately changes the song. Usually for good, like for the good. There's something to be said about a song is legitimately sounds different because you're living in the moment. You're literally experiencing things as they're coming to you. You have no idea where they're going.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's about to come.
Yeah.
And songs change. I swear to God, it's a different song. When you listen to a song and it's the first time and you're analyzing a song, it takes time. You have to revisit it and then learn it a little bit. And I swear to God, it changes. It morphs. It's a new thing.
Yeah, it does.
It's like
morph.
This totally new fucking song.
Yeah, it's weird. And I couldn't relate to someone who would say that like music doesn't affect them on like every emotion that you can think of, right? Because it's like watching those people react to songs that they hadn't heard before, and there was a lot of them that would like cry at a certain point in the song, and I'm like, I couldn't do that because it just takes so much time for me in order to appreciate it. I can't do that off the first listen. There's so many songs and bands and movies and stuff that I've watched or listened to and been like, I don't really like this. As the years go by, all of a sudden now it's like my favorite thing ever. It like takes time with me, but thank God I still have the ability to appreciate it because it's like it's got to be for me probably like top 3 things in this life that I appreciate the most is music. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's crazy. That's why people. That's why when I say things like, "Oh, there's artists that I hate that everybody loves, but I'm not gonna say who they are," even though I have said, it's because people will like start swinging, or they'll fucking pull over and tell you to get out because it's like it's so kind of intimate of the relationship you have with a band or a song. And it's just crazy. I was just going down a rabbit hole for like 2 hours last night trying to figure it out.
I literally can't. People who say they don't like the Beatles, I do not believe them. I believe they're doing it to get a rise out of someone.
Be contrarian.
Because it happens all the time. Happens all the fucking time. Metalheads are the worst at it.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Beatles suck, bro. And it's like, you can go fuck yourself. Because if you can... But if you said
you're
like
lying.
If you said like
you're fucking lying. If you said like Megadeth sucked,
good music.
They would have the same reaction.
Yeah, and it's like, no, but Megadeth does suck. There's a fucking difference. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
I will fight people over that. You fucking talk shit about the Beatles. I get being burnt out on the Beatles, like hearing it over and over and over. But that's another beautiful thing is their catalog is fucking so extensive that there's so much music to go visit. You're full of shit. There's a person I'm thinking of right now who's a very big music snob, and I always picture him. I always picture he loves arguing it. He thinks the Beatles suck balls, and he'll argue in all these different fucking ways. And it's like you're just contrarian or whatever. That's all you're doing. You do not believe what you're saying. You're doing it to be a dick.
I know.
It makes me so mad.
I understand what you're saying.
It makes me so mad.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that maybe they don't like it.
No, they've told themselves. They've told them they don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like they made up their mind. It has nothing to do with the music. It has to do with that everyone else likes it. Yeah, they really don't like it, but they're not doing it because the music sucks.
Right.
They're doing it because they've like picked this hill that they will die on.
Well, I can relate to that.
It's like a serial killer can fucking convince themselves that what they're doing is right. Humans have an amazing capability of justifying things and making them seem right and that they are right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. They're lying to themselves. People that say they don't like the Beatles, they're lying to themselves. Everyone loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
And you're fucking high if you don't. It's next level. It's next fucking level. I want to know what the fucking IQ of John Lennon and fucking Paul McCartney is. Now I'm really interested in that.
That'd be interesting to know.
I wonder what their IQ is.
I don't think it really matters.
I went after the IQ test. I went and looked up a bunch of famous people and what their IQs were, and that was interesting to go down.
Did you see Quentin
Tarantino's?
Tarantino's?
That was interesting. Yeah, it said 169 or something like that. It's like, dude, the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Crazy. I was sitting right there with The Rock, though, and I was like, yeah, I could see that. Me and him are about the same. I mean, almost in every way. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I know, yeah. It's just, and you know, you can call me like a little bitch or like a fucking little girl or whatever, but the song "Wish You Were Here" makes me cry, and it's a great fucking song.
I can only cry with music when it's paired with video. That's the only time it can really affect me. No, and that to go shows, that's when I would argue too, the people that say they don't feel music is like bullshit. Because go watch a movie. And now take the music out of that movie. You ain't going to feel that fucking movie the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Video 1,000%. And music is one of the most fun things to mix that I really feel like if you've never done any editing or anything like that, you really don't realize how incredibly fucking powerful music is. It fucking changes everything.
Well, yeah.
Fucking.
That's what Quentin Tarantino says, because he picks a lot of the music for his movies, and he has said that he wants to like put a song over what's on the screen that makes you can never disconnect the two. So when people hear like "Stuck in the Middle with You," and I don't know why,
but it's even cinematic music is so crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, it's so important in movies.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the craze in TikTok right now is people one of the big videos that's going around is what's a movie scene that would be totally different without the music, and a bunch of things are
stupid.
Like they're taking famous movie scenes and changing it. But it's like, have you ever? I'm sure we've talked about it, but like that Marshmello song that came out, all about that. Have you ever watched the music video for that song? That legitimately made me fucking cry. And everyone I've ever shown that music video to you are not a human being.
Yeah.
You are not a human being if you can sit through that music video and not cry.
Yeah.
It's fucking, and for some reason, it's like a really happy song, but you can do that with music. You can be really happy, and it can have the effect of really sad.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a weird fucking thing. Dude, go watch that video. It is so sad. It's all about dogs, dude, and it is just like...
Dude, I can't watch that.
Oh my God. It is... You will cry.
Yeah.
I've never seen you. Every man I've ever shown that to, they'll tear up. Like, it is fucking sad.
That's fucking...
It is so sad.
Yeah, that's sad just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Look, I've known in my life multiple people who just don't hear it. They just don't hear it. There's something wrong with them.
You know what song I'm talking about?
No.
Marshmello.
There's
Lately, I've been thinking, I want
Oh,
you
yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah,
happier.
yeah.
I want you. Dude, saddest music video of all time. Saddest music video of all time.
Right.
They knocked it out of... It's the best... One of the best music videos I've ever seen.
I'll watch it.
Like, it is just so fucking sad.
I'll watch it.
It's all about a little golden retriever. It's the cutest little fucking thing. Oh, it's so sad.
I'm man enough.
It's so sad. Yeah, you'll cry. Report back next weekend in tears.
But
you will cry.
It's weird because I feel like there's like categories of they can experience the emotions of a song the first time you listen to it, and then other people, it grows on them. Other people don't hear the music, and I'm right in the middle. Because watching those reaction videos, it's like amazing how those people can just, it's like they get it. It's like they were pausing like Pink Floyd songs or whatever and being like, and like explaining what they're feeling, and you're like, fuck, that's exactly what you got it. Like, it worked on you. You absorbed it perfectly, and it took me years to figure it out. So I'm kind of jealous of that because I can't do that. But I'm super appreciative and grateful that I'm not in the category of people that's like, yeah, I'm just not into music that much. I'm just so glad I'm not them. Thank fuck.
I don't trust those people. I don't trust anybody that doesn't like animals.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's the same all thing. It's like, if you don't appreciate that, I can't even put myself even close to in your shoes.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand someone that couldn't appreciate music. And I couldn't understand anybody that can't look at a duck or a dog or a cat. Or it really irritates me, the cat versus dog argument everyone loves to fucking have. I'm like, they're both fucking adorable. So y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, if you could really hate cats, go fuck yourself. Cats are cute. You may not like the way that you like dogs more, but they're all fucking cute. Cats are fucking cute. Ducks are cute. Bunnies are cute. Hamsters are cute. Get the fuck out of here. They're all cute. Little piggies are cute. Fucking
I don't like horses.
You don't like horses.
No.
You don't stand next to a horse and get awed by it and like,
oh yeah,
want to touch it and fucking.
No, I don't want to touch it. One stepped on my toe.
Because you're scared, but if you could touch it, would you want to touch it? Or are you a fucking serial killer?
Maybe if it was distracted. I've ridden horses before. One stepped on my foot.
You're scared. You're scared.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different... There's a difference between fear and like feeling nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Like, feeling
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fear... I get being scared of a horse. Horses are incredibly scary.
Yeah.
But fucking... They're just as cute. I'd love to cuddle up next to a horse. You know, just rah, 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 rah,
Maybe
cuddle
like a
up next to
mini,
horse.
like a mini horse. I don't know.
You can tell. Horses are pretty easy to tell what's going on, though. Spend enough time. I'm not saying I've like spent a shitload of time with horses, but you can tell when a horse.
That probably goes to say with any animal. That's why people are just like, he just bit me out of nowhere. Sure, he did.
Like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dogs, when they like lower their head.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting next to that fucking dog.
Yeah.
You know, he's not growling. He's not showing his teeth, but I don't know what he's about to do. You know what I mean? But a dog that fucking, and comes walking up to you. I'm always like, little kids are like, oh my God. I'm like, this dog will not fuck with. I've never met this dog in my life, but I guarantee he's not going to fuck with you. He might push you over, but he's not going to bite you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, this dog's great.
Yeah.
You do the same with cats. You know what I mean? Fucking, you just like, okay, maybe you might want to not put your hand out over there. That cat looks a little fucking aggro.
I'd almost love for some sort of psychologist to explain songs to me, because I'm just driving around hearing the songs that I loved 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and how much I love them still. And I'm like, why is this happening? Why do I like them? Like,
I think music is one of the most.
I want answers.
I think why people love it. I mean, I've done enough drugs and really done deep dives in music, and I feel the thing with music that why we're so connected and enamored by it.
Yeah.
is I always think about like the mathematics of it. Is like the only reason music works is like strict mathematics. It really is. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't think it's something
music-
you can explain like in mathematics.
That's what I mean, but it's so incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
It's like
Because
you're
you-
looking at it's like you're looking at this algorithm, but when you look at something like that, where it's just ones and zeros and ones and zeros, you have you can't connect to it at all.
Yeah.
It's just it's beyond your, it's beyond you. But with music, from day one, you understand that like that math. It's so fucking beautiful. It's so fucking cool. Like,
It's the most cool thing.
I don't know.
Because you hear those stories like, yeah, he just came in and he plugged his mic in, and in 20 minutes he did the song and he left. And you're like, this song, it's like will never die and is loved by billions of people. How is that even like somebody explained to me, and it's like that song I love personally, but it's like, how does everybody else love it too in their lives? It's just like, I don't know, it's craziness, dude. I don't know. Because you hear,
Yeah.
and there's like formula to make like a hit song. That's sort of simple math. Get all these people in a room, get these people to write the lyrics, get those people to do that, and it's like you can make the hit song. But can you make the song that people are going to be like, oh, I want that played at my funeral? That reminds me of, so and so. That's like all this stuff. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a formula
what
for
I'm
that.
getting at, like mathematically,
Yeah.
music is summed up by there's 7 notes, there's 5 notes in between those 7 notes, sharps and flats. That's fucking it.
Right.
Everything beyond that is octaves up or octaves down, and that's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Is, I'm not a fucking good singer, but fa la ta ti da, whatever that is. You have 7 and then it fucking restarts. You have sharps and flats in there, you have 5 of them thrown in there. And that's it. Like, that's all you get in
Yeah.
all of music. There's no way around that.
That's crazy.
That is what it is. Every song that's ever been written
Yeah.
is based off of that. And it's like, yes, there's chords that are sharp, minors and sevenths and augmented sevenths and blah, blah, blah. But all that is a manipulation
Yeah.
of that 7 with the fucking 5 sharps and flats in between there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's so fucking cool.
It's so
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like,
And it's like, but
Yeah.
but there's songs that will make you cry. There's songs that will make you want to fucking fight somebody. There's songs that will make you feel inspired to go do something. There's songs that will make you remember things. It's just like, oh my God. It's so great.
yeah.
But that's why people get sensitive. It's just like you start talking shit. Oh, fuck the Beatles. Fuck fucking Led Zeppelin. Fuck all these people. Fuck Eminem. He's not even good. Or like all this stuff. And people are just like, it's like you're saying that to me. It's like you're personally attacking me by saying stuff like that. That's why I'm like, I can't just go out there and be like, yeah, I don't like Tom Petty or something like that. Because people will be like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of the room. And I'm aware of that.
I was listening, totally off topic, but kind of on topic, segueing into something. This is a brand new thought, kind of. But earlier today, I was listening to There Are Things in Life, a Beatles song, and the words were, or try to see it my way.
Yeah.
And one day, we was on.
We're going to work it out.
We can work it out.
Yeah.
We can work it out. And I was just, that song, I was really listening to the lyrics of the song and was like, man, where we have gone with like the hippie movement
It's John
to
Lennon
now
singing.
is it's just crazy, because it used to be like radical ideas of reform, and they wanted to change all the shit, still like was based in this like let's all get along and let's all love. And it's really sad. All I could think about is it's really sad that I disagree with the movements nowadays, but what I really disagree with is the hate that like comes along with it.
Yeah.
And it's like these revolutionary thinkers and ideas in like the 70s, it was like, yeah, we can disagree, but try to see it my way, blah blah blah. Try to see it my way. We can work it out. We can,
Yeah.
it was all like, there was no hate involved in any of those speeches. You know what I mean? It was all like peace, love, rock and roll. Like, yeah, we disagree, but can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's really, I don't know. It was just like, man, it's so sad because it's like, I disagree. I know I would disagree today if I was speaking to John Lennon about his political ideologies. We wouldn't agree on anything, but the end of the conversation would end on a good, you know what I mean? It would be like, it wouldn't be malicious in our like attacks on each other's ideas.
No.
It'd be like, well, how about you try to think of it this way? You know what I mean? But, if we really can never come up with an end result of our argument, well, can we coexist? You know what I mean? Or something like that. And it's like, that's just gone. This new revolution wave. And it's like, listen to the music and shit like that. It's like, none of it has anything to do with like, can we all just like either agree to disagree, or can't we just all love each other and shit like that? Or like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's very like hateful. These ideas are like, no, fuck you. You're going to see it. I don't know. It's just sad. Like,
do you like Creedence too?
Yeah, everyone loves Creedence.
Fucking love it. But imagine like there's like a group of random hippies sitting around somewhere back then, listening to music or smoking weed or talking or whatever. If you were like some weird outsider, no matter who you were, and you walked up to them, they'd probably accept you into the circle. Now it kind of seems like they're just trying to kick people out of the circle. You get out. You get out. You get out.
Yeah. That's why that's where I really dislike it.
Exclusion.
It's why I shut down on so many of the arguments, because it's like, I don't like anything. You haven't set a good precedence just by looking at your group as a whole. You're not accepting. You're not fucking.
Yeah.
And you hide behind these ideas of being accepting, but you're not at all.
Yeah.
It's like so obvious that you are all about separation. It's sad.
Yeah, it's
just
weird.
Sad.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to, like, this Marxist movement is all about destruction. Has nothing to do with fucking building anything. It's just destruction.
Yeah.
Let's tear the monuments down. We need to tear this out. And it's like, well, I don't get it. And I don't get it, especially when it's kind of in the name of like anti-segregation, yet we're trying to segregate. You know what I mean? It's like we fought this fight. I really feel like a lot of people that really would have lived through, the civil rights movement would look at this and be like, this is exactly what we fought not to fucking happen.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? Why are you trying to separate everyone?
Yeah.
We wanted to all be the same. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's sad. I really got thinking about it with that song. It was like, listen to this song.
Yeah.
Like, just listen to it. It's like, try to see it my way. I know, dun, 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 only time, dun, 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 we can work it out. We can work it out.
Oh, God, we're going to get copyrighted.
Life is very short, but there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. Don't. Fucking great.
Try to
great.
see it my way. Yeah. That's great.
Erick and Brad Show, episode 48.
This is not great. I appreciate that we got these Coca-Colas with coffee.
Dude, you rhymed. Did you even notice that?
No.
Erick and Brad Show, episode 48.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
This ain't great.
Yeah. Oh, and that's why it happens too. Yeah, sorry. But, like, just loving every genre. I'm grateful that I can do that. People that cut out the genres, don't like hip-hop, don't like rock, don't like country. Come on.
Yeah.
There's beauty in all of it. Cocksuckers. Yeah.
I have this neighbor that's very intrusive, but he's in a really good way. I thought he was like in his mid 50s. Turns out he's 82. One of the best 82 looking dudes I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he looks old, but he does not look 82 old.
He's like trying to
just
help.
Looks like yeah, he loves gardening. Fucking super into gardening, and he's always comes over and knocks on the door like, hey, I see you got, he'll come over and be like, hey, it's gonna freeze tonight, I saw you got plants here, you really need to get those inside, or blah blah, just anything like that. Like, awesome. The girl was a little creeped out by him. He's like oddly weird, but I'm like, this dude is harmless.
Yeah,
he just is lonely. You know what I mean? He's lonely and he loves plants. And But I said, because I say rock and roll all the time. You've heard me,
I've
and
heard it.
I don't know, he told this whole story the other day about, because he says it all the time. He has this weird name, but he says it's his Indian name because he said in the 70s he moved to India and he lived in India for a long time, and then traveled all these different countries, and he came over and he like sat in the flower bed next to me, and he's like, hey, he's like, you know why I make fun of you saying rock and roll? Or he's like, because he's like, the next day he's like, he like walked away from me, he turns around and he's like, new age. Yeah, or he'll say like a new style of music every time, like as a joke. You know what I mean? Because I said rock and roll.
Disco.
And he's like, you know why I make fun of? He's like, you know why I kind of make fun of the rock and roll thing? Is he's like, he's like, I was in Eastern India during '69, like during the fucking sexual revolution, and he was just sitting there telling me the story, and he's like, I was in India, and all these ideas were coming out of India about peace and love, and he's like, we're in like the most beautiful place, and all these like communities were forming, like hippies and blah blah blah. And he's like, I had this master and this teacher, and then all these people started coming over to India that were spreading all these rock and roll and blah blah blah. And he's like, they'd have these like concerts and shit like that in India, and like rock and roll, like the peace, love, rock and roll thing. And he's like, whenever these people spreading these ideas with rock and roll, they'd always fuck everything up. He's like, we'd be here and we'd be in like these communities and we'd be all into gardening and living one with the earth and, meditating. And he's like, and then this sex and love rock and roll thing came through, and he's like, it was all bullshit. And that was essentially what he said. He said it in a lot fewer words than that. But he's like, yeah, I really had a hard time accepting rock and roll because they said all this stuff, but then whenever you would see a gathering or anything, it was disgusting. Yeah. He's like, there'd be trash everywhere and fucking da da da. And he's like, so I really didn't like the hippie movement.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was like, huh, interesting. I wouldn't have thought that at all. I don't know. It was just interesting. I love talking to old people. It's so, you know what I mean? Just like an 82-year-old person, what he saw, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they can drop some.
He was there in 1969.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah.
He may be full of shit. I don't think he is. His story.
No, I don't think he is.
He's always on the same story. I don't think he is. I think he's just I don't know.
They were like Westerners. They were like Americans.
Yeah, because a lot of
That
like
makes
Westerners,
sense.
and I'm sure, yeah, a lot of Westerners, I think, were going to India.
Yeah.
Because that was like
Yeah.
blah, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
That makes sense. They're gonna leave a bunch of trash and shit.
Yeah, and then you like look at Woodstock and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed everything. I guess it's
Yeah.
People love the ideas. They don't like to actually put shit into effect. You know what I mean? They all like to talk about it, but actually following through, being one with the plan. The person who's fucking doing the best at that is like Jeremiah Johnson or whatever. You know what I mean? Just like, fuck the world. I'm gonna go fucking settle up in Alaska. Jeremiah Johnson was like in Idaho and Montana area or something like that. But, it's just like, you don't need a fucking Woodstock to go fucking prove to, you know what I mean? To do your part and like being self-sustained and da 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 da. I think some of the people, I think there's a lot of people doing the best for the world you'll never hear from because they just checked out. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, no, leave me alone. I'm going to go start a farm up at, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Pretty sure you still can go homestead in Alaska, can't you?
I think so.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, so if that's your goal is
Well, it's
to
because
be
they don't want to make it
self-
commercial. The people that want to make the good change commercial, then it starts having the opposite effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Erick and Brad Show.
That was it. Episode 48. It was great. Love y'all. Bye.
I will always feel Something